Hey my everythings, I hope that you all are doing well. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you would like to get notified anytime that new reads are being posted, please feel free to subscribe and also hit that notification bell so that you can get those notifications anytime that new reads are being posted, okay? This read is going to be for Virgo. Virgo, I'm seeing that the cycle of this read is strongly influenced by the planet Saturn. Saturn goes through an orbital cycle every 30 years. And Saturn influences the experiences that we have here in our human life cycles regarding karmic lessons. So going through karmic lessons, learning from karmic lessons, and being released from karmic inherited cycles, okay? So take it as it resonates. I am seeing that the ego of true self is seeking security from some type of injury. Maybe you got hurt, maybe someone else got hurt. Take it as it resonates. It's only relative to what you got going on, right? If you don't have that kind of thing going on, it could be something that someone said, something that someone did to you, or that you did to someone else, okay? I am seeing that the spirit of true self is sending a message in regard to healing energy. So like I said, I'm seeing that maybe you got hurt or someone got hurt. Could even have to do with someone's feelings, or the fact that this is a part of a karmic lesson, okay? So take it as it resonates. Like I did say, Saturn goes through an orbital cycle every 30 years. If you want to know where you are in that cycle, just look on the internet, sure you'll find it, when Saturn's last orbit started, and then you can kind of get a gist on 30 years, how far along it is, and how far you've been involved in whatever the situation is, okay? So like I always say, take it as it resonates, because if it applies, then it applies, and if it flies, then let it fly, right? So I'm seeing that the spirit of true self is sending a message about healing, though. So I'm seeing someone that's possibly learned from their karmic cycle or karmic lesson, and you're in that healing energy, or spirit of true self has you on an assignment to be in that healing energy from whatever injury or harm that has happened, okay? It says, I support you on the path of healing. Then I'm seeing Spirit sending another message about speaking out. So maybe, like I said, you were hurt. With the speaking out energy, it says your voice is released. Express yourself frankly. There's a practice to like open up the throat chakra, maybe listen to some vibrations or some frequencies that generate healing for the throat chakra as well, so that you can become more confident, speaking affirmations into yourself, and also just speaking your mind, writing things down. It is encouraging for you to say how it is that you feel and speak truth to some type of justice, okay? Then I'm seeing great mystery, where Spirit is saying, I reveal the wisdom keys of your destiny. So I'm seeing that there is destiny playing a factor in you speaking out in regard to how it is that you're feeling, how it is that you're being treated, and also how that aligns with the energy of healing, because you aren't alone. So considering the fact that Saturn is involved, karmic lessons, karmic cycles, that means that there's probably a cycle of behavior or behaviors from others, treatments, how people are treating others that you've been involved in. Not necessarily saying that you're the one that's doing the harm, though it could be like other people that are doing harm to you, stuff like that, right? I am seeing the Milky Way being involved in what's going on. So there's like a sense of the universe and it all being a part of, let's just say, the ascension or the healing of us all. So there's like a daily practice to operating in a healing energy, and obviously speaking that out into existence, not just for yourself though, also for others. And in regard to like the Milky Way and how like everything is all interconnected, if we are all interwoven in a tapestry of circumstances or situations, even karmic lessons of our ancestors, family members, bloodline, take it as it resonates. Even as you may have healed or are healing from certain traumas or situations that have happened or that you've grown from, it is a consistent work that has to be done, because as you operate in an ecosystem of others that may also not be in that same kind of healing energy, and it's not because you're comparing yourself to them or you think that you're better than them or anything like that. It really is because you've done the work within yourself to heal and work on yourself, and those people externally may remind you of the healing that you needed to do when you were them, right? So it's kind of like you've done the shadow work, though you also still exist in the space where there are people that also have to do the shadow work as well. So this is an opportunity for you to be a guide, for sure. And it's better to choose that pathway to be a guide than to be in the position of judgment, because I feel like, and you don't have to agree with me, my understanding is that when you operate in an energy of judgment of everyone else because you have healed, and you recognize that all human beings human differently and they heal differently, and the discomfort that you may feel sometimes is because you don't operate so arrogantly or freely in an energy of hurt the way that other people around you do. And yeah, it's a constant work where we get to reflect on our growth and be a guide. If others want us to guide them, we're not forcing it upon them, right? And that's really what it is, like allowing our spirit of true self, the great mystery of who it is that we are, to be just that, like us being authentic in that version of ourselves, even as we have grown. Because some people try to project that if you are not operating as freely and as wildly as you may have in the past, then that means that you're fake, or that you're pretending, or like you're not being your authentic self. And the reality of it is, if you don't want to be the aggressor, if you don't want to be the protagonist, why would you allow other people to cast you into that role of their story? The reality of it is, like, give them space and time to live out their storyline the way that they want to live it out, and you don't have to be the villain in their story. You can be the hero in your own story, or in the lives of those that you build with, you see progress with, you heal with. And it really is why I'm seeing some of the energy that I'm seeing during the cycle of this read. So let's stay on topic, okay? So I am seeing some western and some eastern wind during the cycle of this read. And when we're talking about the Milky Way, it can be expansive, or it could be more refined. Just take it as it resonates, because it is relative to your story, though also how you're a part of something that's bigger than you. So with the Western wind, I am seeing, you got some Western wind. With that Western wind, I'm seeing that the soul is teaching the spirit of true self a lesson about the process of looking for a job. So maybe you were looking for a job, or you're looking for a job now. Take it as it resonates. I'm also seeing some Eastern wind. With the Eastern wind, it's showing me that the soul is teaching the spirit of true self a lesson in regard to your perception of your dreams, your aspirations, your goals in life, what it is that you really desire or look forward to. Or when it comes to dreams, it could be predictions, it could be projections, and it could also be you confronting internal conflict. So take it as it resonates. It is based on your perception of what's really going on with your emotions, your spirit of true self, your ego, and how the soul has you going on, pathways to learn lessons, whether they're karmic or not in this lifetime, okay? And then also with the Eastern wind, I'm seeing the Big Bang Theory. So there's some divine design with that Milky Way, the great mystery. Excuse me. My crown is protecting me. As you're being guided towards your destiny, okay? So with that divine design, there is a sense of mystery to what your destiny can be, and how you're, like I said, interwoven within the cosmos and the universe and your dreams, and how you face internal conflicts in those dreams, and essentially your perception of what those dreams and aspirations mean to you, and how you're balancing that out with speaking out your truth, living in your authentic version of yourself, while also operating in that healing energy, because hurt people do what, right? And if you're looking for a job, I'm sure that you want it to be something that's meaningful, fulfilling, and not something that's harmful to others or to yourself, your mental health, your spiritual health, or the healing that you've already done, right? So I'm seeing someone that's looking or going through the process, or you have gone through the process of looking for your dream job. And interestingly enough, you're finding out how it is a part of that divine design. And it could be you speaking out about how you healed and your healing journey. That could be the great mystery of all time for you. And what really just provides for you is the fact that you are a living prophecy. So take it as it resonates. I do thank you for the offering that I've received. So if you're not familiar with how it is that I do my reads, I do them based on time that has been offered or available to me for me to be able to share the message with you. So thank you. The time that have been offered to me is the Three of Pentacles energy. With the Three of Pentacles energy, it is a representation of being diligent, being hardworking, being able to focus on the tasks that are ahead of me, setting goals, completing those goals, and just really zoning in, focusing on getting things done. This energy is like a very calm energy. It's not invasive, it's not disturbing, and it's interwoven with wisdom. So thank you. The energy that I see you in is the Four of Rods. With this Four of Rods energy, it is a frequency and an energy of someone having stable foundation, like firm ground to stand on. I always hear that quote, like, look at what we made with the Four of Rods energy, because it's like someone that has the base, like you have a framework to build up on, so that things don't fall apart. And that's pretty much what I'm seeing with the Four of Rods. You're coming through in this Four of Rods energy with a sense of intelligence and very refreshing and like restorative. Like maybe this experience that you had of some type of injury in the past, or how you were hurt in the past, I'm just seeing that you were able to build up better than, and like you learned from the lessons of maybe your ancestors, people of the past, or maybe even yourself, to know how to build it up in a way that it doesn't wash away. Just kidding. But really though, like that's kind of like what I'm seeing, like someone that's being able to build things up on strong, firm foundation and values that are restorative and mean something and are long lasting and sustainable, and well-scented, that it doesn't fall apart. It doesn't disappoint you, right? Because you learn from it. So I am seeing the dragonfly energy. With that dragonfly energy, it is a resonance to remain lighthearted and having a sense of adaptability. So if in some type of way something was broken, or you got hurt, or there was some type of injury with someone else or with you, there's that adaptability where if there were challenges or in some type of way you may feel like you have failed, or like I say, you got hurt, you found ways to protect yourself. And by the way of your adaptability, being able to protect yourself was one of those ways that you adapted. So finding things out, learning about ways to change, being able to adapt, and coming into a time of healing and being able to let things go, okay? I'm also seeing the key on a ring energy in reverse. That means that you're not being strung along. You're not, like, no one's juggling you like you're an option. You're being prioritized, or you're prioritizing yourself, okay? I'm also seeing the picture energy where someone is looking at pictures. Maybe you're missing someone is missing you. A sense of nostalgia, or you're looking forward to making new memories, okay? Then I'm also seeing abundance to bring it full circle. With that abundance energy is positive mindset, the ability to manifest, being in an energy and a frequency of gratitude and bliss, and being open to receive blessings. So like I said, that strong, firm foundation, you went through what it is that you went through. You have the ability to be able to reflect and recognize how it has all been a part of a divine design for you to be in an energy and a frequency of abundance. Okay, and to appreciate it, you know what I mean? Especially if Saturn is involved with the karmic lesson energy, like if there was some type of harm that happened in the past, being able to understand that, being able to rebuild, and then also knowing how to protect yourself so that you can operate in a frequency and an energy of abundance without it being threatened is, you know, a good thing. So during the cycle of the read, the only card that I pulled for you was the Wheel of Fortune. A strong message that I got during the cycle of this read is that it's called the Wheel of Fortune, not the Wheel of Despair. So even as the ego has been seeking security from some type of injury, maybe like a lawsuit or something like that, right? And then, so take it as it resonates. I'm not saying that it was a lawsuit or that it is a lawsuit. I'm just saying it may be something like that. There's that energy, like I said, that says it's not the Wheel of Despair, it's the Wheel of Fortune. And I say that because also in the emotions energy, it came through that you should feel fortunate. So recognizing even in those moments where we mentally describe certain situations as despair or like you got really hurt, or you know, there was a dramatic or traumatic change because it felt karmic, or the situation or the circumstance is one that we associate with some type of karmic lesson, something that we needed to learn from, something that we needed to change. based on our behavior, based on our perception, based on our process, right? With looking for a job and your dreams and your aspirations, maybe addressing some type of internal conflict and recognizing that it's a part of the great mystery of your destiny and how that's strongly aligned with the divine design, and even as cosmic as the Milky Way, that you are a part of that, right? So there are so many little things to, that we shouldn't take for granted, as well as big things that we shouldn't take for granted. You should really consider yourself privileged in a lot of different ways if you've really thought about it, to recognize the emotions of being fortunate for essentially how you went through what it is that you went through, and how it's in alignment with you being in an energy of abundance. And I know that some certain circumstances or situations that we may have gone through in the past that may have felt traumatic and disturbing, right? Where like, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, and I really wouldn't care if abundance came as a reward for surviving from stuff like that. And as a form of humility, I can say that I understand. And I can also say there's an energy of acceptance, because you're not just overcoming these things for yourself. And I know that that can feel overwhelming, because you are a part of something that's bigger than you. And you're essential in the purpose that you serve in the universe and in your reality. And your survival from all of those traumatic things that you've gone through and that you've overcome also are breakthroughs for your bloodline, your legacy, your children if you have children, others that may not even know you that look up to you. And there are times where you may feel like you're going unrecognized or not acknowledged. Though the fact that you pay attention to the little details of what make life so great for others is more of a reason why you can put a lens back on yourself, look at your life through heaven's eyes, and recognize all of the little details that the Creator used to make you. You have a signature look, you have a signature design, you have a literal signature, right? And the way that you think is unique and special and different. And it has to be specific to you, because it is about you following your dreams and overcoming challenges. And the fact that you are able to overcome those internal conflicts. Like I said, you don't just do it for yourself. Even in the midst of it being for you, you're also doing it for those that have passed that challenge on to you because they couldn't do it. Okay? So if you're able to look at things through that lens, then I hope that that helps you stand a little bit more upright and more confidently in how it is that you move forward. So, not the wheel of desperation, definitely the wheel of fortune. And it's all happening for a reason. You are being received in this energy as healthy. You're making healthy choices. You're also making virtuous choices and honorable choices. Okay? So you're not living a life that leads you to be disappointed in yourself or making decisions out of desperation. I'm also seeing you in this energy as believable and uncomplicated. So as you're wanting to live a more honorable life, you are living a more honorable life. And people believe and trust in you. So, seeing for you to feel fortunate, for you to feel joyous, for you not to feel ashamed, for you to feel alive. This is an energetic read, so the energy was offered to me for me to be able to do the read for you, so thank you. For you not to be confused, and for you not to feel useless. So for you to know that you're serving your purpose, okay? Let's talk about your future. The first card that I see for your future is the Eight of Cups. With the Eight of Cups energy, there is showing me that there are going to be some emotions involved with the changes that are taking place. Like I said, you are in a healing energy, and you may feel like you need to speak out about some things. Maybe some things that happened to you, maybe counseling or therapy. It could be that too. Take it as it resonates. But I am seeing someone that is just feeling really emotionally affected by the changes that have happened in their life, the way that the wheel of time and fortune has spun in their life. And this is a time to, like Spirit says, speak out about how you are feeling, and at the same time do it from an energy and a frequency of healing, not spite, not vengeance, not bitterness, not cursing anyone, though speaking from a space and an energy of healing. And it should come as effortlessly for you, the same way that you are able to pick out flaws in yourself and others. And if that seems like a challenge for you, then take the challenge. Because you could tell when somebody's talking to you and they got lipstick on their teeth, and you paid attention to how this person didn't do this right and how they didn't do that right, and you got to make sure that this and this is lined up, right? Speak life into yourself and speak life into others. Speak healing energy into your situation so that you have a more peaceful existence, because you can do that. The same way that you could poke the bear of your own life and of others. Okay? I think that with all of those holes that maybe you poked into yourself or others, you realize that you also have the ability to fill those holes with light and healing energy by the way that you think and the things that you speak out into the world and into the universe in regard to those people and yourself. I really know what the battle is with you in regard to the karmic lessons, though what I can see is it has to do with your dreams and you looking for work and a part of the divine design. And essentially Spirit is saying for you not to feel useless or be confused. And if you're so used to doing things a certain type of way, then challenging yourself with doing things a different type of way or thinking a different type of way from a healing energy and vibration also reminds those other people spiritually that they're not alone in their challenges. And like I said, it's an energy of acceptance because it all happened for a reason. So with the Eight of Cups, you're in this energy as satisfied. You have to obviously be really strong to overcome the emotional bearing of spiritual growth and healing energy. Like I said, it's an everyday thing. And you're gonna overcome it, because I'm seeing you in this energy is not miserable, and you're not being loud and rah rah rah. You're being like conscious. You're speaking life and healing energy into yourself and others and not misery and sorrow. You're speaking strength into others. So that's a good thing. Then as far into your future as I can see is the Knight of Swords energy. I'm seeing someone that's seeking more of your truth, like to live in your truth, to exist in your truth, and you're wanting to know more about that mystery of what your destiny could be. And you're figuring out that you are the captain of that ship, okay? So I'm seeing that you're going to be ambitious about the information that you get. You're excited about making new memories, getting information that contributes to you being able to move on and adapt and be more lighthearted and open to manifesting blessings and remaining in a positive state of mind for yourself and others. You are coming through in this Knight of Swords energy as diligent, busy, and hardworking, aware, genuine, and not extreme. So you're not harassing anyone for your truth. You are gracefully allowing the universe in its divine design to reveal to you the opportunities that are available for you. So to you, Virgo, I do say congratulations ahead of time, because I know that amazing things are going to happen for you. And I send you all love, light, and healing energy. And I thank you for joining me. And I will see you all next time. Bye.